I have a few notes written down and I wanted to discuss something, and maybe people might agree with me on this. I'm sure people will. I don't even know if many people are going to watch this, but let me know what you think about this in the comments. So I just want to preface this by saying, first off, I'm sorry if I don't sound like I'm in the best of moods. Today is January 8th, 2024, and me and my Destiny 2 raid team just got it handed to us by the witness in the world's first race. Very, very hard raid, Salvation's Edge. So it's a bit of a disappointing moment right now, and I thought I'd come back after doing my Destiny stuff. I've been missing making content, and I would like to talk about something. I also want to say that since this is off the top of the head, it's not going to be organized at all. So I do apologize if I don't have all of the information here and whatnot. I just wanted to talk about this topic really quickly. Also, just to get this out of the way, I did want to state that I love Fallout, I love the games, and I did love the TV show. But there is something that I wanted to discuss that I really don't like the direction of the overall story going because of the TV show. Now, I fear that since the TV show is canon to the overall story, now that's not the bad part. I love that the show is canon to the story, and I would love to see a lot of tie-ins into the video games in the future, but I do fear that since the TV show is canon, a lot of the pre-war stuff, and maybe even things that people don't agree with in certain ways that might change, even in season 2, that might change New Vegas or whatever. I'm worried that certain things that they do in the show might ruin certain things towards the games. But overall, I think they did an incredible job with season 1 of the show. Now, that being said, there is one major thing overall that worries me about the future of Fallout. And I'm sorry that I'm running in circles here. That's what I do. I get a little bit repetitive. I apologize. So a huge thing that worries me about the future of Fallout, especially the games and the TV show, and I really, really hope that it doesn't go in this direction, is the fact that it is soon going to be Vault-Tec nuked America, not China nuking America, because of the show. And it's always been that way since the beginning, right? Like, America went to war with China in the games, and China nuked America, and that's why we have Fallout. Now, I wrote down a big thing that feels intimidating about the world of Fallout is that war can create such a disaster, and even the companies that pledge to keep you safe from these horrors of war will try to use you for their own experiments, and there's nothing you could do about it. You're screwed no matter what. Like, America's at war with China. We just had Operation, the war on Anchorage. We already know the world is on the brink of war. Everyone is scared for their lives right now, and the main company, the only people that are going to be able to protect you is Vault-Tec, right? But little do you know, they are going to make you suffer to their experiments. So what do? Unless you get really lucky in some wacky scenario, it's either sit outside and turn into a ghoul or die to the nukes, or go into a vault and get experimented on, but maybe you'll get lucky and you'll be in one of the safer ones. And that's what I love about Fallout. The intimidating factor of kind of reality in a way, you know what I mean? And when it came to the show, it kind of really doesn't feel realistic, and I know a lot of people feel that way, where it's like, why would a gigantic company nuke their own territory? Why would they? I get it, it just wouldn't make sense. I mean, logically speaking, do they not understand how, like, the world works? When you come out and you nuke all these buildings and like office buildings, homes, everything, where's the money? There's no, like, you can't recover. You're not going to get rich. You're not going to be a thriving civilization again. There's nothing. There's literally, I mean, I know they have the Gex, right? The Garden of Eden creation kits to repair America and everything, but it just, I can't wrap my brain around that making sense. And yeah, there are things that could explain it away for it to make sense, but I think overall, most people would agree that China at war with America, it would just make sense, especially after playing through the entire Operation Anchorage DLC, and you actually get to live through a battle like before the war goes down and the overall, you know what I mean? We've experienced these pre-war moments a couple times in Fallout now, and it just feels like if you piece them together, it just all leads to where we are in the present day, right? And then now with the TV show, we see that no, it's us, it's Vault-Tec. We are the ones who dropped it on ourselves. It also makes the quote, "war never changes," really pointless to me. It really does. It really makes the quote, "war never changes," really stupid. Like when Barb said "war never changes" at the end, first of all, she took an unbelievably way too I'm sorry. I'm not trying. I'm not a hater. Like, I really am not. And I'm sorry if this comes off this way. But why? She took way too long of a pause when she was about to say "war never changes." I found that very funny, and I'm really sorry. sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, that doesn't make sense when she says war never changes there, because you're going to war with yourself. Like, you're not... I don't know what they were trying to get at there, and explain it to me in the comment. Maybe I'm not thinking correctly. Once again, I have rating on my mind, destiny on my mind. I just got war handed to me from the witness. All right, but you created the war, Barb. Not just her, obviously, her whole company, but like, it was you, dude. Like, if this is the way that it's going to be going, you created the war. Like, it was nobody else. It wasn't China, apparently, if that's what we're alluding to, and if that's what season 2 is going to back up. And potentially, if we're still running with this narrative, since it's going to be canon, the games might change lore in the future and make it so that, yeah, Vault-Tec is written in as the people who did it. Like, I don't like that, man. It's not something for me. I really don't think that that's the way that they should be going. Yeah, because war never changes. War never happened, apparently. I mean, we see the Chinese in certain games. In Fallout, they invaded. You could see, like, in Fallout 3, off the top of my head, like, I know there's, like, in Fallout 3, you could find, Chinese soldiers and whatnot that are, like, ghoulified and everything. Even in Fallout 4, there's the guy in the submarine. Once again, just off the top of my head right now, but, you could see that they're there. Their presence is there and everything. And it just, all of it leads to just making sense that we went to war with China. Now, I've seen people discuss the fact that, yeah, okay, they could have easily just did something where it's like Barb suggested dropping the nukes on themselves. But at the end of the day, it still was China that went to war with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Barb was a higher up, so why would she even allow her daughter to be outside when the bombs fell and not with her in one of the executive suites or whatever, in safety when they dropped the bombs and everything? So it could make sense that way, but it's very weird and, like, coincidental. I just feel like for her to suggest it, that was there for a reason. It's not like, oh, what a coincidence. I'm going to suggest that we should drop the bombs on ourselves. You know what? Tomorrow, China's going to do it to us. No, man. Like, if they're gonna suggest, let's drop the bombs on ourselves, then that's likely what happened. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, what a coincidence. No, what? Actually, China just dropped them on us. Oh, no. Like, no, I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I feel like it would just be really weird for them to do something like that. And that's the thing. I feel like going forward, that's what we're going to see, is that Vault-Tec are actually the ones that drop the nukes. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, Vault-Tec are the post-war bad guys, is what I see. Like, they're not the pre-war bad guys in my eyes. Like, Vault-Tec are the people there that pre-war, they sell you this happy little lie, right? But then when the bombs fall, it's a nightmare. The people on the surface are screwed, but then Vault-Tec gets you. Inside of the vault, you're done too, right? Some worse than others. And so that's how I've always seen it. You have the bad guys pre-war, which is China, and then you have the bad guys post-war, which is Vault-Tec. And then obviously I'm not talking about the surface people like the Raiders and all those other things. Of course, obviously post-war, there's other bad guys, but you know what I mean? Like, the overall bad guys from pre-war everything. You understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I just think it feels very weird for them to do something like this. And I think that, I'm not someone who freaks out and gets upset over the lore. If you've seen, I made a video on Fallout New Vegas should not exist, and here's why. And it was just something that I threw together as just like, not a joke or whatever. I don't know. The ending was kind of like a meme and stuff, but it was kind of just like a theory video to go against certain things of, the way that certain people look at things. I don't know. Don't take it serious. Trust me. I don't even believe that theory. It's fine. Like, it's okay. I make theory videos a lot, and it's just a theory. You know what I mean? So it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Like, once again, it's just a theory put out there. I mean, you could have multiple theories about certain things, right? I had a theory about Moldaver being a synth, and then I was like, I take it back. Nah, she's probably in cryo. It makes sense. You know what I mean? It's okay to throw out multiple ideas. That video was just to, here, we can look at New Vegas in this light, kind of. Maybe I worded the video wrong, though. It's fine. Anyway, though, so going back, yeah, so that's all to say I'm not someone who gets really upset or, like, angry over the lore and this and that. Like, I don't know. I like the lore of the Fallout universe, but I'm not as hurt over certain things that happen in it. Now, I'm not hurt over this either. You know what I mean? But this is one of the things that, like, kind of taints the overall universe for me in a way. And it would really suck if going forward, they continue to push this narrative. It's emphasized in the Nuka World DLC. You could see that Vault-Tec had, like, hands in the United States government and, like, especially like the United States military and whatnot. And so it is like, emphasize even more, like, yeah, of course they could have easily gotten the bombs and dropped them that way, everything. We even see in the board meeting, in the final episode of the first season of the TV show, that we have, Robco is there. Everyone is at the table, all these major companies, and they're all there because they all have a hand in Vault-Tec in one way or another. Honestly, Vault-Tec has a hand in their companies in one way or another. So yeah, it is possible that Vault-Tec did get the nukes and dropped it on themselves, and I think that is the direction that they're going to be going in the future. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Please let me know if you can, if you made it this far, if you even care about anything that I'm saying. Genuinely, what would you prefer? Would you prefer China be the ones to have nuked America? Would it make more sense? It makes more sense to me. Are you okay with the direction, though, that they're more than likely going with? Instead, let's change the lore, and now it was us, Vault-Tec, who dropped it on America. Does it make sense? And how could it really be explained, man? I don't know. That's it, though. It's all off the top of the head. I wanted to make a quick video. I was working on like a bigger lore video like I did with like my Dane video and all that other stuff. It's about the TV show. I was working on that. Then the Destiny stuff came up, so I got sidetracked. And I still might be a little more sidetracked for a few more days, so bear with me, but I have a video on someone from the TV show that is a fan favorite. So I don't want to spoil anything else for that, but yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, once again, let me know your thoughts on all this, guys, and sorry for the rant, sorry for running in circles, and let me know if you prefer this style of video compared to my more edited stuff. Yeah, anyway, though, guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.